out there on the NNSCRA Sports Channel watching. I am Levi McIntyre, aka Thrash Maniac 99, here to welcome you to the Golden Corral 300 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We are back after a 2-week hiatus. We are back after taking 2 off weeks, and it is time to go back racing here in the Mobil1 Cup Series. But before we get into the race, let's actually take a look and see how the point standings look coming into this race as far as the top 10 is concerned. Right now, Austin LaPlante leads by 1 point over rookie Austin Mongold. Gene Sanford is in third, fourth Cody Lamas, fifth Chris Malley, sixth Ty Dent, seventh Sean Galligan, eighth Momo Akari, ninth Joshua Collard, and tie for 10th is Charles Jackson and James Silverfox. But with that said, let's go ahead and get the command to fire engines here at Atlanta.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there was the command, so now you will see on your screen the starting lineup for the race. But for me, I'm going to be taking a look at who's starting in the top 10, and it's Dylan Poteet on the pole, second Austin Mongold, third Kyle Corbett, fourth TJ Dent, fifth Bob Jones, sixth Kyle Matthews, seventh James McLeod, eighth Dylan Young, ninth Gene Sanford, 10th Steve Pollard. Excuse me. So that was the top 10 starting lineup. Let's see where points leader Austin LaPlante's starting in the race. Oh wow, way back there. Last row with Chris Malley. So that's 2 of the top 5 in the standings. Starting in the back of the pack. But we're going to be going 33 laps of racing here at night, here in Atlanta. So this is going to be exciting. Pace cars in pit road, which means it's time to go racing. Here we go! Boogity, 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 let's go! Racing, boys and girls. Poteet gets off to a very good jump, and he's going to maintain the top spot. Meanwhile, back here, a battle for second starting to brew as here comes Kyle Corbett underneath of Austin Mongold. If Austin Mongold was to come away with a good finish and LaPlante runs into problems, Mongold will be the new points leader in both rookie and regular standings. Now keep in mind the chase format for the Mobil1 Cup this season is the top 10 in points as well as 2 wildcard drivers. Meanwhile, already moving up is both James McLeod and Gene Sanford. Excuse me. Ton of shuffling going on up at the front, but the leader has remained the same so far, being Dylan Poteet. Oh wow, look around the middle to the back of the pack. 3 wide, oh man, 4 wide up there. Dylan Young, Kyle Matthews, Dylan Thoreau, and Jacob Lawler. All 4 wide, and there they go. There they go. Wait a minute, did they just save it? You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. They saved it. Holy balls. That was crazy as hell. Meanwhile, back up at the front, James McLeod is in the lead, but holy crap. I cannot believe we did not see anybody go spinning. All we got away with was just some cars getting sideways and saving it. Although it's separated a lot of the pack. As a result, William Bedford now up to the lead, with Sean Henley coming in behind. Danny Wells now moves himself into the third spot. Battle for fourth between Turner Scott teammates James McLeod and Dylan Poteet, along with Kyle Corbett, Ty Dent. Coming in there is Matthew Dallio, Dylan Thoreau, Trent Dunham, Daniel Gilbert are all coming into the picture, as well as guys like Bob Jones and Connor Breton. Dylan Young, who was one of the cars involved in that squabble right there in turn one, he's now falling to dead last right now. Up in front of him, Clay Rogers. James Qualls, Momo Akari back here. Same with Ricky Falcon, Chris Washer. There's Nick Smith, Jeff Fair, Lewis Stevens, Alex May, who I think was the car who ended up going sideways in that turn one deal. Chris Louvier, David Rivera are all back here. There's Carson Gum, Joshua Collard, Brendan Berg. There's the points leader at the moment, Austin LaPlante. In front of him is his teammate from Roush, Cody Lamas. There's TJ Dent, Anthony McCrory, Jessica Shelton, James Silverfox, who is starting to move his way up through the field. Back up at the front, though, it is still William Bedford, the rookie in the number 4 car, up at the front. Although it looks like Sean Henley might try to go for a run on Bedford. Though he couldn't quite get it going right there. Right now, the top 5 running is William Bedford, Sean Henley, Danny Wells, Kyle Corbett, Dylan Poteet. And I am still in utter shock that we did not get a wreck or caution as a result of that, but unfortunately for Dylan Young, he's now going to be off the pace as a result of that squabble. I don't know, he may be up to speed, I'm just not sure. I think it's just he's slower because he's not in a draft like most of the other guys are. Clay Rogers is losing the draft as well. I thought Dylan Poteet was off the, or not up to speed, but I guess that's not the case. I think it's just because he's not in a draft with anybody to be faster. Meanwhile, the top 5 has remained unchanged so far here in this race. Battle for 5th, though, is starting to get ready to happen. Dylan Poteet under attack now from Trent Dunham. And so far, Trent Dunham, this season, not very good start. He's outside the top 20. And Trent would love to come away with a good finish tonight and move him up higher. Meanwhile, Danny Wells was trying to get underneath Sean Henley, but doesn't quite get that run he wanted. Meanwhile, the battle for 5th has now officially begun. Trent Dunham with a run underneath Poteet. But I guess, I don't know, it could be that high line seems to be the line to run right now. Because Trent, he's gone down low, but he's just not been able to make the pass. I don't know if he's letting off to let him go or what. Now here he comes. It looks, at this point, it seems like the low line's better in 1 and 2. Although now we'll see if the low line's going to work, and it does. I guess he just wasn't there quick enough. So Trent Dunham now officially goes by for 5th. Now Dylan Poteet's under fire from Austin Mongold, who at this point would be the new points leader because he's way ahead of Austin LaPlante. Let's see where LaPlante actually runs. And there he is back there, but where is he specifically? Last scored 16th, and he and his teammate Cody Lamas are battling it out on track. Meanwhile, we go back up to the front. William Bedford still leads the way here at Atlanta. And Bedford, he has not had a very good start to the season himself. If he could come away with a good finish here, or even a win, that can help him out a lot in the standings. Let's actually take a look and see how the field, the entire field that is, currently runs, since we are now past halfway. William Bedford in the lead, second Sean Henley, third Danny Wells, fourth Kyle Corbett, fifth Trent Dunham, sixth is Austin Mongold, seventh Dylan Poteet, eighth is James McLeod, ninth Daniel Gilbert, 10th is Dylan Throw, damn pace car. 11th, Brendan Berg. 12th, Matthew Dalio. 13th, Connor Breeden. 14th, Ty Dent. 15th, Austin LaPlante. 16th, Cody Lamas. 17th, James Silverfox. 18th, Bob Jones. 19th, Carson Gum. 20th, Gene Sanford. And pit stops are actually starting to happen. Our only pit stop we're going to have this whole race. Since we have not had a caution, we are seeing pit stops on green flag conditions. And Clay Rogers, Dylan Young were actually the first two to get in, considering they were in the back of the pack. And it looks like Clay Rogers, first one out between him and Dylan Young. Although Dylan Young, I think he's still going to stay on track to repair the damage he sustained from that near spin squabble in turn one earlier. But the first car to come out of pit road in that first group of cars was driver who was third earlier, Sean Henley. And now it looks like everybody else has come on the pit road. Danny Wells is in. William Bedford, the leader's in. Let's try to find William Bedford. There he is. And he's actually going to get beat out of pit road by Danny Wells. It's either going to be Wells or Henley that's going to be the new leader. So where is Henley? There's Henley along with Trent Dunham. And it looks like, yep, it will be Sean Henley, the new leader, with Trent Dunham now in second. So right now, let's see if it's official now. To the line. And indeed, the field is cycled around. Sean Henley is now the leader. Second is Trent Dunham. Third, Danny Wells. Fourth, William Bedford. Fifth, Kyle Corbett. Sixth is Austin Mongold. Seventh was Brendan Berg, and I think he will be seventh now. Eighth is James McLeod. Ninth, Joshua Collard. 10th, David Rivera. This is so far the best run that Rivera has had since Daytona. 11th, Daniel Gilbert. 12th, Dylan Thoreau. 13th, Chris Louvier. 14th, Dylan Poteet. 15th, Steve Pollard. 16th, Cody Lamas. 17th, Alex May. 18th, Jacob Lawler. 19th, Austin LaPlante. 20th, Sean Galligan. 21st, Matthew Dalio. 22nd, Ty Dent. 23rd, Lewis Stevens. 24th, Ricky Falcon. 25th, Gene Sanford. 26th, Jessica Shelton. 27th is Bob Jones. 28th is TJ Dent. 29th, Charles Jackson. Dead last lap down Dylan Young. 30th, Nick Smith. 31st is Carson Gum. 32nd, Chris Washer. 33rd, Chris Malley. 34th, James Qualls. 35th, Jeff Fair. 36th, Momo Akari. 37th, Anthony McCurry. 38th, Clay Rogers. 39th, James Silverfox. 40th, Connor Breton. 41st, Kyle Matthews. And somehow, Danny Wells is now to the lead. He must have got a big run on both Henley and Dunham. And indeed, and it was also a result from faster lap times as well. Brendenberg now moves in the 4th. And man, this race has really gone by pretty quick. That's because of no cautions, as well as the shorter length for the races here in the Mobil1 Cup Series. And now it is 6 laps to go here in Atlanta. Right now, top 5. Wells, Henley, Dunham, Berg, and Bedford now under attack from Corbett. And now we are less than 5 to go here in Atlanta. Danny Wells, who comes into this race 21st in the standings. So if he comes away with this victory, that will definitely boost him up in the point standings. 4 laps to go here at Atlanta. But really, it looks like this race is going to come down to the top 3 with Wells, Henley, and Dunham. So if Henley and Dunham are going to have a shot, they're going to have to work together a little bit in somewhat of like a draft to get bigger runs on Wells. Let's see the lap times. Wells ran faster that time. See the margin as it is when they came to the line. 3/10 that Wells had on Henley. Now it looks like Henley has actually gotten closer. Let's see the times this time. Dunham got there quicker too, and now it's 2.5 tenths pretty much. And they may catch the slower car of Kyle Matthews, though we are now less than 2 to go, so we're going to be coming to the white flag, coming to the line here. White flag is going to come out for Danny Wells, but let's see the difference between the top 2. Wells ran faster than both Henley and Dunham. There's Kyle Matthews, Danny Wells' teammate, up ahead, who's still slow on track as a result of that scuffle that might have happened. And now we're coming off of turn 4 for the final time tonight. Danny Wells gets his first win of Season 9 Mobil1 Cup. Danny Wells wins the Golden Corral 300 at Atlanta. What a job by Danny Wells. Somehow got by both Henley and Dunham after getting passed by both of them as a result of the pit stops, and Wells just held on to it the whole way through. But let's take a look at the results. Danny Wells, congratulations, he gets his first win of Season 9 Mobil1 Cup Series, and he gets it here at Atlanta. Sean Henley, pretty close, he came under 2/10 of a second behind Wells, but he's going to settle to second. But still, great run for him nonetheless. Trent Dunham, solid run in third. That's probably the best finish he's had so far this season. Brendan Berg, great run of fourth. And Kyle Corbett with a solid top 5 finish. Daniel Gilbert, who was the no, is Brendan Berg a rookie? I believe he is. Yes, he is. So Berg was the highest rookie. Second highest was Daniel Gilbert in sixth. Great run for him. James McLeod, solid run in seventh. He was top 10 pretty much all night long. Dylan Thoreau with a great run of eighth. Austin Mongold, we'll keep an eye on that here in just a moment. He comes away in ninth. And William Bedford, who dominated this race, he finished in 10th. Rest of the top 20. David Rivera. David Rivera. Oh yeah, that's Chris Louvier. I forgot his name for a second, but Chris Louvier, Joshua Collard, Dylan Poteet, Austin LaPlante, Ty Dent, Sean Galligan, Steve Pollard, Ricky Falcon, Lewis Stevens. Rest of the top 30, Matthew Dalio, Cody Lamas, TJ Dent, Jessica Shelton, Bob Jones, Jacob Lawler, Gene Sanford, Alex Hawkins, or not Hawkins, Alex May, sorry. Carson Gum, Charles Jackson. Rest of the top 40 was Nick Smith, Chris Washer, James Qualls, Jeff Fair, Anthony McCurry, Chris Malley, James Silverfox, Momo Akari, Clay Rogers, Connor Breton, Kyle Matthews, and then one car finished a lap down, and that was Dylan Young. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to the Mobil1 Cup race here in Atlanta. Our next race we are going to is going to be at Charlotte, so that's going to be exciting. We continue going mile-and-a-half racing there. But anyways, here are your results. Rookie points and regular points heading into Charlotte. And this is Levi McIntyre, aka ThrashManiac99, signing off. Be sure to check out my channel, ThrashManiac99, as well as the guy who runs the Oreo Truck Series, and that's Anthony McCurry, Silver Machine 9000. But until we get to Charlotte, this is Levi signing off. Thank you for tuning in to the NNSCRA Sports Channel, offline racing at its best.